I told my wife, this is in early November, I told my wife that I wanted to become a Muslim. She told me, Shaun, I will never become a Muslim. I'm 44. I've been with this woman since I was 15 years old. So I didn't want to do anything to jeopardize my marriage. A few weeks later, when I traveled to Edmonton, I shared with some men, including a local imam there in Edmonton, that I didn't know how to approach this with my wife. And the brother told me something that was so profound. He said, Shaun, do not try to convince your wife to do this. He said, it's more likely that you will mess it up than anything else. He said, but I do want you to trust that Allah will guide her heart. When I got home from Edmonton, I laid both of those copies of the Quran on my dresser. I woke up almost 12 hours later. My wife had grabbed one of those copies. She had already, through the night, she had already read almost half of the Quran.
Subhanallah.
And when I woke up, my wife said to me something that was so shocking. She said, Shaun, I think we should become Muslims. There's a powerful lesson there. Most of what my wife knew about Islam, she learned from places that you don't want to learn about Islam. What you know about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, you learned from the news. If you learned it from movies, if you learned it from social media, it will be misinformation. And my wife, who's an intellectual, a voracious reader, the first thing she said to me was, Shaun, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he is not who I thought he was.